financial service organization to commit to staying to downtown Manhattan following the tragedies of 9/11. Very proud of that. We started construction on this building in 2005, opened in late 2009. They filled it from the ground floor up, so asset management moved in April of 2010. We are on the 34th through the 40th floor here. Building is LEED certified, gold standard. Goldman is now one of the largest, if not the largest owner of LEED certified buildings in the world. That is a recognition of the environmental friendliness of the building and thinking about that. So some interesting facts. We make 1.7 million pounds of ice every day, every night, and blow air over it during the day for the cooling system. You'll see actually up in the conference center, it might be on the high floor, but in every other floor in the building, it comes from the ground up. And we do that so that we're not using energy during peak periods. It's more energy efficient. Random little fact, so you can go back and tell your families that we make a lot of ice here at Goldman Sachs. That's what we do and do well. We recycle over 16 million gallons of storm water annually, saving on water bills there. We've got the floors and ceilings of this, and then down on 11 you'll see it's almost a building on top of a building. I'll talk about that, with a lot of greenways, so it helps in the reflection of sunlight, etc. On every floor you see these shades. I think at one point it got really dark in here. We're hopefully it won't make it too dark for the full day. Those are all solar powered, and so as the sun moves over the island and the energy is coming in, they'll rise and fall based on how much energy is coming through the windows, again, to be more energy efficient. The elevators that you took up, they don't have buttons inside them. It took me a long time to figure that out, and I would just walk into an elevator and end up on a floor and couldn't get off of it. That saves 25–30% of energy for doing that. Although the anomaly is, you also took an elevator from the first floor to our sky lobby, from 1 to 11. That elevator only does one thing, it goes from 1 to 11, and that one actually has a button that you have to push to go to 11. I still haven't figured that out. It's one of those deep thoughts from Saturday Night Live, I think. So we're still trying to get our ways there. What else can I tell you? Our trading floors. So the reason why you took that elevator from 1 to 11 was all the way over to the side. We have 6 floors of trading floors, starting on 3. They are a football and a half field long, 72,000 square feet of space. They hold almost 1,000 traders per floor. We did that so that there was no core elevator bank in the middle of the floor, so you can see straight down across. It helps our traders get a pulse of the market. If something's going on in another desk, you start to hear it, and that will help us make quicker and faster decisions. It also creates this openness of working across. I got to tell you, when you first walk on the floor, I can just imagine a first-year analyst graduating. It's happening actually right now, this time of year, walking onto that floor for the first time, and literally you walk in, and as far as you can see, every desk has 4 to 6 computer screens, and okay, you're 20th desk on the left. Good luck, kid. I would be intimidated, and I'm sure some of them are, but it's truly fascinating. Down on the ground level, if you haven't had an opportunity, there is a mural in the lobby designed by a famous artist, Julie, and I'm going to miss her last name. She's from Ethiopia. Do you know it? You forgot her last name. So I actually probably have the notes in my pocket, but Julie. A good friend Julie designed that, right? She was from Ethiopia. She designed it in her studio in Berlin. It is 4 layers, highlighting the growth of global capitalism. It has every picture of every world headquarter of Goldman over its history since 1869 embedded within it. And it was shipped back in 6 panels, and it's extraordinary. It's 80 feet long, 22 feet high, so I remember those stats, but I can't remember Julie's last name. But it's extraordinary. We've got a conference center down there that holds about 450 people. On a quarterly basis, I participate in our quarterly managing director meeting when we announce earnings. That's going to be coming up in in late July. We tap into 25 offices around the world. You look up on the screen, and there are 25 little screenshots from all our different offices, and they'll go to them for questions. And it's one of those truly just awe-inspiring experiences for sure. Being here right now within GSAM, it couldn't be a more exciting time. So, a couple little tidbits on GSAM. We just crossed $1 trillion in assets under management. It's because of folks like all of you who have entrusted your clients' money with us. It's because of the great partnership that we have with Prudential. So I want to say thank you for that. That's a huge milestone. Last year, the asset management business generated more revenue than those investment bankers that have been here for quite some time. So for someone who's been at Goldman for 19 years, 17 years in GSAM, and as a redhead, I can truly say we were the redheaded stepchild for a little while there. They didn't know quite what we were doing. In fact, when I went to my boss to say that I was going to move over to asset management, this was in '97, why would you do that? You're working with fixed income, that's the place to be, and yet I saw it as a great entrepreneurial growth business in the big mothership of Goldman Sachs. And today, we are one of the preeminent money managers, and that's really built first and foremost on consistent and persistent performance. That's what we strive to do. That's what you entrust us to do. You've got a couple of what I think are our best ideas within Prudential. I know Rob is going to be talking about those later on today, but it's earning trust day in, day out, serving as a fiduciary on behalf of the clients that you represent. So we very much thank you for that business as well. And lastly, it's bringing value-added services. Performance is one thing. We know we have a lot of great competitors.